I really hope this video inspires you to go out there and make money in non-traditional ways that are available to us today. I made a similar video a few months ago about my income sources and it blew up. It got hundreds of thousands of views. So I wanted to remake it because since then I've added some income sources. So I wanted to update you. And also because in that video I'm talking about how to retire early. But since then I've realized that who wants to retire when you're doing something that you love and enjoy, aka creating YouTube videos, building a community, turning your passion into an income source, and having time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom so much better than retiring. So I think that the new definition of luxury is to be able to work from anywhere in the world and to do it on your own schedule. Sometimes that means laying in the sun for a week, doing nothing but eating, or hopping on a plane to Italy for the second time this year just because you feel like it. And then there are days working from a cozy cafe like this. I'm very aware that this whole idea of financial freedom sounds like a fantasy and completely out of reach for some people. And that's exactly why I'm sharing this kind of content on my channel, because this is exactly what I needed to hear back at the time. Someone my age, 50 plus, over the hill, showing me that life doesn't end at 50, it's actually just getting started. If I had that kind of role model, it would have inspired me to create these income sources and to work towards this lifestyle. Instead, I was stuck in situations which I didn't want to be part of anymore. So before you do anything else, please invest in yourself, invest in your skills, because having financial independence, having additional income sources will change your life more than anything else. More than perfecting your makeup routine or learning how to renovate your furniture by yourself. These are all great things and I do them too, but they won't make a profound difference in your life. They won't help you get out of a toxic relationship or to leave a job that you don't like or move abroad and get away from the nasty weather and the high taxes. So let's dive right into my 10 sources of income. I'll start with the most obvious one, which you all can guess. I have a YouTube channel, and through that channel, I earn money in 5 different ways. The first one is Google AdSense. YouTube shares with you the ad revenue that they make when you allow them to place ads on your videos. These are the ads that you see at the beginning, the end, and sometimes in the middle of a video. Of course, you need to be eligible for YouTube monetization, which happens after you get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. The great thing about AdSense is that it's passive income. Once you create a video and you post it, AdSense earnings just keep coming in, and with some videos, they keep generating income for years without any additional work on your side. YouTube shares with you 55% of the revenue that your video brings in. There are very high paying niches where you can earn $20 or $50 per 1,000 views, like finance, investing, gadgets. And there are niches where you earn only $3 or $4 per 1,000 views. It really depends on your video topic. The AdSense revenue changes from one month to the other because it really depends on how many views your videos got, the topic of your videos, and if one of your videos went viral. But on average, I earn about $2,000 a month from Google AdSense. My second income source is brand deals and collaborations. This is when a brand pays you to include a shout out in one of your videos to promote their product. For many YouTubers, brand sponsorships are probably their main source of income. It's a great way to monetize your channel as long as you're promoting things that you genuinely like. How to get brand sponsorships? Well, when you reach a few thousand subscribers, brands will probably reach out to you through your email. As someone who's been running YouTube channels since 2017 and doing brand collaborations more or less from the start, I can say that although you can sometimes earn mind-blowing amounts, it's far from being easy money. It's a lot of work. Brand deals come with legal contracts, so you need to be very aware what you're signing. You need to educate yourself about your rights regarding your content. I talk about it a lot in my YouTube course. Then there's some back and forth with the brand about the script. They have a right to request revisions. After that, you film the content and you send it to the brand, which has the final say on the video. This means that you have a lot of communication back and forth, which can sometimes take weeks to finalize. So while collaborating with brands can bring in thousands of dollars, it requires a lot of time and a lot of effort to deliver these videos. I get offers to collaborate into my email almost every day, and I turn down about 99% of them because I don't promote brands that have bad reviews. I don't promote products that I wouldn't genuinely use myself. Building a connection and trust with your followers is something that takes years of hard work, so it's not worth it compromising that relationship for a few $1,000s. My third source of income is affiliate income. That's basically when people buy a product through one of your links and you're making a small commission through that sale. For example, the Amazon affiliate program. I've listed my filming equipment on Amazon, and if someone clicks on the link and buys through my link, Amazon shares a small portion of their profit with me. The nice thing about affiliate income is that you're recommending things that you genuinely like, the same way that you would recommend it to a friend. Besides setting up your affiliate links, all you need is traffic, aka eyeballs. The more traffic you have, the more clicks, the more sales, and the more income you make. My fourth income source is actually something that came as a surprise to me. It was actually an idea that came from you guys. You kept asking me in my DMs and in the comments if I offer one-on-one consultations. So that was a strong sign that there is demand for this. So in these sessions, I'm able to dive deeper into people's situations and help them with tricky decisions like which niche to choose or which language to speak on their channel. I show people how to avoid common mistakes, and I help them speed up their channel growth. Another way people like to use these one-on-one consultations is for accountability. They kind of like that someone checks in on their progress. My fifth source of income is digital products, and that includes ebooks and courses, anything that can be delivered online, and where I teach people how to achieve the same results that I reached. During the last 9 years as a content creator, I created several digital products, and I can honestly say I think it's one of the best ways to share your knowledge and get paid doing it. It's a lot of work upfront, but once it's done, it becomes mostly passive income. Right now I have an ebook about investing in real estate with under $20,000, and I'm launching my YouTube course for people over 50 who want to make money off YouTube. One of the things I hear a lot is, why would anyone want to buy a course if all the information is online? And it's true, all the information is out there, but you can spend years repeating the same mistakes. I personally invest in courses because time is money, and I don't want to be wasting my time looking for information on the internet when I can spend that time on activities that bring in money or on fun activities that I enjoy. I just bought a course for $3,000 teaching me about a specific aspect of my business, and it's very much worth it. Otherwise, I would be making expensive mistakes or wasting time second-guessing myself. Moving on to income sources that come from my investments. For quite a few years, I lived intentionally below my means and saved aggressively so I can put most of the money that I made into income-generating assets. If there's one thing that I want you to take from this video, is that your money is like a little worker working for you 24/7 and bringing in more money. When you take that money and invest it again, that's how you multiply your money. So let's see how my money works for me and generates more income. So my sixth income source is rental income. People think that they need a huge amount of money in order to start investing in real estate, and that is so intimidating, and it stops them from taking the leap and buying their first property, which is such a pity because even having just one rental can change your life. I bought my first real estate investment for $100,000. It's a small one-bedroom in a small town. After I cleaned it, I painted it, I rented it out. I still own that apartment and I'm still getting rental income from that apartment every month for the last 7 years. With a bit more savings, I went into my second investment. I always try to make sure that my tenants are happy because happy tenants renew their lease every year and they usually keep the place in good shape. My seventh income source is dividends. Dividends are when a company makes a profit and they share a portion of that profit with its owners. When you buy shares in a company, that means that you are an owner of a tiny piece of it. The great thing about dividends is that they're totally passive. There's a team managing the company. Hopefully they're smart and capable, and you can just sit back and enjoy the money coming in. How do you find stocks that pay good dividends? If you're new to investing like I was, a good way to start is to invest in ETFs, which mirror the performance of a certain market index. For example, the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats Index, which includes companies with a history of increasing their dividends every year. ETFs give you a large market exposure, low fees, and they are great if you don't want to go into researching each and every stocks. Next up, my eighth income source is my high yield savings account. I earn interest on the money that I keep in the bank. Basically, banks pay you interest because they use your money to lend it out to other people for a higher interest rate. That's how banks make profit. Right now, interest rates are quite high, between 4 and 5%. At the moment, I have a traditional savings account in Portugal that gave me 5% interest over the past year. Recently, interest rates have gone down a bit, so when I renew my savings account next week, the rate will be 4.3% on dollars. If you have money just sitting in your bank account, you absolutely need to negotiate with your bank to get high interest rate on your savings. They won't volunteer to offer you that, so you'll probably need to initiate that conversation. And remember, it's always worth shopping around, checking with other banks what interest rate they would give you, just like you would shop around and compare prices before buying a new car. If you're getting value from this video so far and these tips are inspiring you how to create additional income sources, please do me a quick favor. Just click on the like button below. It helps with the algorithm and the ranking. And why not subscribe to the channel and follow if you haven't already done so. My ninth income source is Bitcoin ETF. A few years ago, I invested $200 into Bitcoin just to understand what this thing is all about. And it was so complicated. Private keys, secure wallets, stressing about forgetting my passwords and losing access to my Bitcoin. But recently, Bitcoin ETFs have been approved, and that is a game changer. It simplifies the whole process of investing into Bitcoin. You can buy and sell Bitcoin ETF on the stock market just like regular stocks. I'm not an active trader. I like to buy stocks and crypto and to hold them for a long time. So I'm not cashing out or taking profit. This isn't bringing additional income into my bank account. But over the last 10 years, I've managed to increase my net worth through investing. My last income source is US Treasury bills. T-bills are short-term securities issued by the US government. And I started investing in them when the rates jumped to 5%. I really like to get that kind of yield on an investment that is low risk and no-brainer. I hope this video inspires you to take action. If there's one thing that I learned from the shifts that we're experiencing in the world in the last 3-4 years, is that being proactive about earning money is way better than relying on just one income source, one employer, or even just one place to call home. I started creating these income sources when I was 50, so if I could get my life on track at this age, you can do it too. Sending you a big, big hug.